Good afternoon, Americans and humans. This is your favorite alien on the afternoon of Friday, March 17th, 2023. Oh, happy St. Patty's Day. And did you see any leprechauns today? Well, today's topic is on a lot of you have sent me emails and saying, what do you mean? You're crazy. What do you mean there's no such thing as 100%? Or that you're an extra alien from outer space, extraterrestrial, or quack? Oh, yeah, I got a few of those. Well, I got a few of those even when I started 4 years ago. Ha ha! Well, to give you an example, for those of you who are over 50 years old, and a lot of you in 1968 bought the book Chariots of the Gods by Erick van Daniken, a Swedish guy who at the time was a hotel waiter. Yeah, hotel waiter in Switzerland, no less. And boy, did the so-called academics, they wanted to tear him apart, didn't they? Because they say, we got everything under control here, everything is 100% all situated, and we know the facts. 100%. And like I told you before, there is no such thing as 100% of this and 100% of that. Is a marriage perfect 100%? You guys that have been married 50 plus years can tell me no, right? Therefore, humanity is not 100% right. You still got gaps in your history. We still have gaps in our civilization that we don't know about. Whether you're an insectoid, an arboreal, or a human from Ontario, which is where I'm from. We don't know that much about our ancestors, other than they blew themselves up. You don't know much about yours either. You try and you tell people, yeah, this is it. We got it 100%. Heck, you Americans don't know anything about your founding fathers. If you did, you haven't read your Declaration of Independence and understood the last line of that Declaration of Independence where they pledged their sacred honor, their fortunes, and most of all, their lives to that endeavor. And they didn't mean you. Those 56 signers pledged that for themselves. They didn't have to do that. They didn't have to sign that document. Same with Chariots of the Gods. Did Erick van Daniken ever claim to be an archaeologist? No. He just claimed that he had questions, and he had like 254 questions. And the academia people at the time in 1968, we can't have a stupid Swiss waiter come and tell us our own business. And he wasn't doing that. He was asking questions that you were not answering because it violated your doctrine and it violated your dogma. You can't have 100% doctrine and 100% dogma. Archaeology is a study that always in flux, okay? History is a study that's always in flux. There's nothing that you can say, okay, I got this pinned down here. There's nothing else, 100% truth. There is no such thing as 100% truth. Until you humans and Americans understand that, even with your government, you don't even know how it works, let alone how to fix it. And that's a problem. And Erick van Daniken just hit the right spot with that book in 1968. You don't believe me? Check out Chariots of the Gods. I mean, in the first 3 weeks, he sold 6.8 million copies. 6.8 million in 1968. That was a banner. Whoo-wee. So you see, you Americans and humans, as an extraterrestrial, I'm telling you, your own people tried to tell you stuff, and you wanted to blow them up. Hey, you wanted to tear them up from 1968 to 1980. Then all of a sudden now the new archaeologists are coming up saying, hey, I don't have to think in the box. I can go outside the box. And they've started to really make those old guys, and they're still growling at them 50-some years later, or 60-some years later almost, about writing that book in 1968. You threw our old assumptions and everything that we had nailed down 100%, and you made the people buy this stupid book and read it, and now they got problems. Well, yeah, that's what you get when you don't have assertions, that you have assumptions. If you just have assumptions and you don't have, well, this is what we assume it is, it's not 100% true. These are our assumptions. Speaking for the humanity that bought the 6.8 million and other humans that bought the book from 1968, I read that book 3 times, and boy, is he close. I can assure you of that. Some of his assumptions are not quite right, but he's on the right track. So I can tell you that Eric Von Däniken is not 100% right, but he's on the right track. So just look at his book and look at your society and say, what the hell? This is your favorite alien. Good day.